Easily beat the Barrel of Fun challenge with this deck. This challenge goes up to 12 wins, and along the way you get season tokens and banners. Inside this challenge, you gain elixir painfully slow. This means your main source of elixir comes from these barrels that randomly spawn in. The barrels will always spawn into the middle of the arena. Obviously you want to try and stop your opponent from gaining elixir by destroying these barrels. Also, as a bonus, if you destroy a barrel, you actually get +4 elixir. When it gets to double elixir time, 2 barrels will spawn in next to each other. As always, I really hope these challenge guides help. If they do, make sure to use code OOfro in the shop. And the best deck for this challenge is this deck here. And let me tell you how to win with this deck. First of all, we are using the Dagger Duchess for a tower troop. Because you gain elixir very slowly, it's hard for your opponent to build up a big push and overwhelm you, so the Dagger Duchess is the best tower troop for this challenge. We are running triple spell. Obviously, we want to try and snipe our opponent's barrels. So wait for them to get low on HP and then just use a spell to obviously gain the elixir. It's always a positive elixir trade, so it's worth doing every single time. Something that you have to be really careful about is if you mistime the spell and you do not break the barrel with one of your units or your spells, then you do not get the elixir. You might want to practice the timing inside the regular game mode before you enter the challenge, because that's the difference between winning this challenge and losing it. The rocket is a big thing about this deck. You do not use the rocket until double elixir time, where you can hit both barrels with the one rocket, again giving you a positive elixir trade and stopping your opponent from gaining elixir. The flying machine can sometimes snipe the opponent's barrel. If you play it in the center, that is very important. As for the evolution, we're using Evo Skellies. First of all, they are cheap, so they are easy to cycle. Secondly, just an Ice Spirit Evo Skellies at the bridge can 3-crown your opponent. If they are using the Princess Tower, they have to respawn to it, otherwise it will destroy them. And that's a 2 elixir push. And in a game mode where your elixir is so thin, it is great. We then have very fast cycle here and a giant skeleton, because the giant skeleton is great on defense and offense. So no matter what your elixir situation is, you should be able to get some good value. Okay, into a game, and first play we are going to just cycle a few cards at the back here. Doing that so when we break the barrel, we don't leak elixir. Leaking would be very bad. You never want to leak. He goes for a P.E.K.K.A at the back. That is absolutely fine. Flying machine should be able to snipe it a little bit. And then we're going to just cycle back to our skeletons just so we have some defense for this P.E.K.K.A. We are obviously as well going to arrows that pump in a second. Going to go for arrows now on it. Boom. Obviously gain that extra elixir, go for more spear goblins here, and we set up a giant skeleton to help defend everything. Obviously we have a lot of swarm and squishy units, makes it very easy to defend. Anyway, he goes for a rocket there, that's absolutely fine. It obviously hurts my elixir gain, but we are about to gain elixir here from his pump, and then we are going to go for Evo Skellies on this P.E.K.K.A. Obviously just completely shut it down. It survives the zap! Oh, that's huge for us. Let's go for a giant skeleton here to help out. Obviously, the Electro Spirit cleans up everything, but he has to now deal with a giant skeleton. The Ice Spirit throws it. Really good for us. We are going to arrows that pump once again, get that extra elixir going, and that's good game. He's not stopping this, and that's why you do not want to rocket the pump in single elixir. That's what this guy did. It just doesn't work. It's not that great. Honestly, save your rocket till double. It's way better, and that's another very dominant win with this deck. And with this very dominant 3-crown, we just went 12-0 in this challenge. This was incredibly easy. I won most of my games in single elixir time, and of course we get to claim this banner. Here's the battle log. You can see it's nothing but straight wins, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more challenge guides.